sit down because I broke my big left toe twice this winter. I'm going to read from my latest book that was in 2020 called Blackwood, and it's set in 1945 Yorkshire, post-World War II. So Sarah Clark, who's the main character, she was a nurse, so she has PTSD from caring for other people. And she's taking care of her uncle and her cousin William, and her cousin starts acting funny. So this is when all the ghosty stuff happens within the house. My nightmares persisted in waking me up every night. One night it was the soldiers I had to try to save, and other nights it was William floating in the lake and I could not reach him. Sam had yet to make his sleeping draft for me. I was curious if it would really help me and make me sleep through the night for once. Exhaustion ate away at me day after day. I was irritable and cross with everyone. Sophie watched me throughout the day. The concern was written all over her face. I did not address it with her. I was tired of having to explain. If she had seen what I had seen, she would not sleep either. No one would. William had not mentioned his friend to me again. The image of the cat was always fresh in my mind, though, especially as William became more despondent. Although it seemed impossible, he seemed quieter than even his normal quiet self, often staying in his room all day, refusing to come out for meal times. Gone was our quiet rhythm. Instead, a silent stalemate had taken its place. I tried to ask William why he had become quiet, but he just shrugged his shoulders. I let it be, and I let him be. I hoped and prayed it was just a phase. He would get through it eventually. Every day, I went up the stairs and down the stairs, constantly fetching Uncle Charles the things he yelled for. First, it was a particular book. Then it was water, tea, and biscuits. He was relentless until he finally fell asleep in the evening. The ding of his bell sounded at all hours of the day. I reached the bottom of the staircase, careful not to tip or drop the lunch Sophie had made for Uncle Charles. I placed my foot on the bottom step as a commotion sounded from the drawing room. William and his tutor had been working all morning. Another crash sounded, and I ducked instinctively. The noise shook the two sliding doors nearby. One of the doors whipped backward. Mr. Pierce, William's tutor, came rushing from the room. "What is the matter, Mr. Pierce?" The man's eyes were wide as he stopped in his tracks to answer. His round face was pale behind his thick mustache and his long beard. "That child has the devil in him, Miss Clark. I cannot teach him any more. Good day." I raced to place my tray on the table at the center of the staircase. "Mr. Pierce, please wait a moment." My pleas were useless as the older man grabbed his umbrella and coat next to the door. He was still pulling on his jacket as the door closed behind him. I walked to the drawing room to see William. He was silent as he played with his toy soldiers. "William, what did you do to Mr. Pierce?" I put my hands on my hips. William looked up at me and shrugged his shoulders. I sighed. William was once again confined to his room, which left me to tend to his father all afternoon. Hello everybody, and I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. Saturday was my big day at my town's first ever author fest, and it was my first ever author event as well. So that was very exciting. I was on the planning committee for that, and Saturday I had to run sound and do a reading and man my table. So I was running around doing all these things, and you can sort of hear it in my voice that I talked a lot. It was a really great event. We had great weather as well because there was a massive thunderstorm the night before, so I was worried about that. But we had a great turnout, and yeah, it seemed everybody loved the event, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be an annual thing now. The authors had a good time, and everybody had a great time, so it was just a really fun day. It was exhausting, but it was worth it, and I was surprised at how much I sold. Thought I'd be lucky if I sold like 5 books, but I sold close to 20 books, and I made over $100, so
that's pretty good for our little town. Everybody around here reads, and a lot of people write as well. We had 13 authors that were local, and we had the New Hampshire Poet Laureate come as a guest speaker, and that was great. I met her a while ago in Concord, and before she was even the Poet Laureate. But that was a really long time ago, so it was nice to see her again. And yeah, it was just a really great day, and I got to be next to my former writing mentor, so that was nice. And next to Elizabeth Chatsworth, who's award-winning author of sci-fi steampunk series, so she's really fun, and she was on the committee as well. Yeah, and I made a t-shirt for the event, name tags, I made all the graphics for the event, and I helped out with the program as well. I did the first parts of the program, so I was all over the place. But yeah, that's why July was just so busy, and we've been planning that since January. So I'm really happy it went so well, and I also went to Surrey, Maine the weekend before because my friend got engaged, and we play music together a lot, and so I had to go to that, and it was a really fun session with over 30 people, and we just jammed for like 5 hours. It was great. Yeah, I've never driven that far by myself before, so that was interesting, and had to go to the dentist this week twice because I had to get a crown as well because an old filling was falling out. So I've been all over New England this week. And next weekend is the Maine Celtic celebration, so I will be over there again next weekend. But in Belfast, Maine, we rented a little cabin over there, which looks really cute. So I'm very excited about that, and to see all my friends. And yeah, I've just been having a great summer so far, and just doing my first book events because I didn't get any during lockdown. I think everybody has that pandemic book they didn't get to market at all. So I was selling my 2 books, and my third one should be out soon, The Promised Kind, which is Regency Gothic. And I'm very excited about that one. And the book release party is in 2 weeks at the library as well. So I'm frantically getting that ready too. So deal with anything else yesterday. So I just crashed and took a very long nap because the thunderstorm kept me up the night before, and I had to get up very early on Saturday. It's just been a hectic summer, but it's been a good one so far. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed my setup as well. I've been researching that on how to set up book tables. I gave up on the tabletop shelf idea because that was really hard to find in my area for some reason to order it, and it would take forever, and it was really expensive. So I went with bookends from Walmart that I got on sale. So and they went with my aesthetic as well. So I really liked that. I really liked my whole table a lot. I was very pleased with it. And even the head librarian said I had very good marketing on my table. So I'm very excited about that. And now that I have the stuff for my table, I don't need to get anything else for it. So yeah, I was very excited, and I'm still very excited about how it went. And I hope we get to do it again next year. But yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.